Hey everyone, I'm sorry, I'm just editing the video right now and watching the footage back and realize that my mic is no longer good. So there is definitely audio problems. This is going to be the first thing you hear is me addressing the audio problems. But this is after all of that's already happened, and now I'm realizing my audio is bad. So before I upload another video, I'm going to get a better mic. Uh, I will do that immediately because my headphone mic is apparently trash. I don't know when that happened, but it used to be clean and now it's not. So my apologies for the video you're about to watch and the audio being subpar. If you can get past the draft portion, the audio gets a little bit better during the actual gameplay, but overall my mic is actually quite poor. The whole way through, but it's not as poppy as it is at the beginning of the actual draft um, portion of it. Have fun. I hope you enjoy. It is quite a draft. All right, have a good one. I hope you enjoy. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to be doing a Final Fantasy draft. I've never drafted this set yet. Preconceived knowledge, I did listen to the entirety of the limited resources for this. So I do have a little bit of knowledge on the commons and uncommons as far as what Marshall and LSV have to say about it. Um, but aside from that, I didn't go to a pre-release in person, and I have not seen any of the rares. I have my only exposure has been the 6 hour long um, set review from LR for commons and uncommons. So I'm going to take a quick second to just go over what the supposed archetypes are supposed to be. We have artifacts, blue-white artifacts. We have blue-black control. We have black-red mages, green-red landfall aggro, um, Selesnya go wide, so like spawning dudes, black, white artifact sack and creature sack that could be interesting. Um, red, blue. So is it non-creature? So that one looked really cool. That was like the spells with cost 4 or more matter deck. That looked really cool. Um, you have the Gilgari graveyard theme. I love that. Dredge is one of my favorite mechanics. Boros equipment. Equipment normally isn't great, but we have living weapon this set, or I guess it's called job select. So kind of looking forward to that as well. And then we have Simic ramp, town ramp, which I'm also looking forward to. So the set looks really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to quit wasting your time. Let's get on into it. We're just going to use my draft token. Um, and once again, sorry, I've never drafted this set before. This is my first time seeing most of the rares. This could go awful, but I'm also going to use this as self-reflection. So here we go. So obviously you don't want to lock yourself into any colors, but I'm excited to try a bunch of different things. Okay, so we got ourselves a summon. These are the creature sagas. 2 mana, 2/1. Exile the top card of your library during any turn. You put a lore counter on this. You may play that card, in case you can play it for a couple of turns. When you cast a creature spell this turn, it gains haste. Okay, this could be cool. At the beginning of upkeep on your turn, look at the top card of your library. If it's an artifact or creature, you may reveal it. Otherwise, transform it. K. This is the one Fang that turns into the thing. This Coral Sword seemed okay. All right, all right, all right. I think I actually like this spell a lot. All right. I don't really want to just go with our rare because I don't really think it's super great. Like, it could be great. We don't want to go multicolor. We don't want to lock ourselves into anything like that. I think off the bat, I'm feeling this Gardener, but maybe this. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, you may draw a card. No, maybe not. The other half is better than this half. And I don't really like this. Yeah, we'll just stick with the adding a mana. That always seems good. Job select 2/2, so a 3 mana 2/2 haste trample leaves behind an artifact. This spell could be okay. +3/+3 to all your creatures, so kind of like an overrun, but no trample or get things back. When it attacks, this could be really good, but we're not really in those colors. This could keep us open. Not really into that tapper. He's kind of like a little crap. I'm going to hold on to this for now, sticking green, but this deals 6 damage to something and destroys an equipment. Not really a big fan of that one. Hexproof untapper. This could be cool too. Goal, not really. Maybe I grab a land? No, I'm just going to stick with the Death Toucher. Okay, we've got a late, like a third pick rare here, which is weird. Return up to 2 artifacts or enchantments from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, goes on adventure and then just is a land later. Um, this guy's really cool. I just don't think. I mean, we could do that. I don't really know. Blue white. White's open, so I don't know. Maybe we do go white. White blue is so open. I love syncopate. Maybe we switch. I mean, we can take Zach, or at least hold Zach, because realistically, all this does is give us a Chocobo, which could be good, but it could also be just bad. So maybe we take Zach and speculate. Yeah, we're going to take Zach here. All right, what do you do? 5 mana, 3/5 reach. Whenever one or more creatures or artifact you control die, draw a card. Okay. No. Oh, this is really good. I really like this dog. We're just going to hover on this for now. Um, Land Cyclers are great, but I don't really like this white one. It's not super awesome. We can get ourselves another mana Excel and maybe go down the Golgari route because I actually like this trader guy. I think for sure we take this though. Whenever you cast your first human spell, it can make it bigger. That could be good with white. Yeah, maybe we just take the dog. Maybe we take the dog for sure. Um, Side quest card collection, funny. Until the end of the turn, target creature gets +1/+0, gains whenever this creature dies, put a number of +1/+1 counters. Okay. Enters tapped. Yeah, it's like an elixir of immortality. Destroy target permanent. This could be good. We'll hover over this for now. This could be good too. Just the yeah, this could be good too, but oh, this is good too. It's a good swamp cycler. I actually just don't hate grabbing another 1/1 Death Touch, but I think this removal is just better. Yeah, I think we go with the removal here. And then, what's this town do? Just gains us 2 life and taps for nothing? Don't really like that. What do you do? Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 till the end of turn. It's kind of weak. It could be good in white, green though, because that's kind of their whole game plan. Or do we just take the 2 mana 2/2 that has late game tap effect? Sack this artifact, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. I think we take the scout just in case. I really like the fact that we're getting these like mana dorks. I don't like that they're like 2 mana tap like dorks. It'd be better if they were 1 mana dorks, but and I really think this black spell is just good, and I'm kind of okay with pivoting back, but maybe we take another one of these. And do we care about towns? This is a good town, actually. I think I'll take this town to keep us more open. Whoa. Okay. Whenever he enters, draw a card for each artifact you control. The first time you flip one or more coins, okay, you've lost me. I don't care about that at all. But like, look how open blue is. Do we pivot blue, green? If we're going blue, I really like this. I think this card's fantastic. Yeah. Okay. We'll take that blue card. Oh, it's the second one. Okay. I think this card's fantastic. I think this card's severely underrated. Like divination plus get a counter, like that seems so strong. The other argument is I guess the paladin armor. No. Paladin armor's not bad. It's a 3 mana 3/2. Yeah, and then we can take. Really don't care about that. Green just dried up pretty bad, eh? We'll take the spell, but we'll just put it in the bin. Okay, but now we get rewarded because we get a syncopate. Let me just double check this guy doesn't do anything super relevant. See, he cares about towns, but I think we just take the syncopate because it's strong. We got so rewarded for picking up some blue stuff. Tap it. This card's pretty good. What do you do? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with 4 more cost. No, we're gonna take that and then yeah, rewarded. Okay, so maybe we like hard pivot. Oh, okay, what do you do? Oh, I'm excited. 5 colors. Yikes. Lands you control enter untapped. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 5 or more towns, create a 2/2 elemental that has 5 colors. Creatures you control get +X/+X or X the number of towns. See, so it doesn't really do much, that one. As an additional cost to cast this, sack a legendary creature or pay 2. Counter target. No, we're not playing a counter spell like that in limited. Sorry. I like this 3 mana 2/2, or sorry, 3 mana 3/3 reach. But what do? You're a 2/1. Whenever this creature attacks, untap target creature. No, don't really care much about that. Are we mispicking here? This could be okay. I really don't think this is good. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we mispicked by not taking that, but at the beginning of your end step, each opponent mills X cards, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. He's a 2/2 lifelinker for 2. This is kind of cool, but I think there's just better. Like, I really like this Chocobo. This fat Chocobo is pretty cool. What do? You get me an instant and sorcery back? Yeah. And what do? Whenever another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. No, don't care about that. I think we just take the fat Chocobo because we're ramping pretty good. Yeah, I think we just take the fat Chocobo here. Okay, this guy is what we wanted if we were sticking with the white plan, because he will make an additional frog whenever we make a token. But so far, we're really not making that many tokens. I think we take it anyway, though. But Ice Magic is great. And we have another mana ramp guy. I don't think we take him, though. I think we speculate on this girl. She's pretty strong. 3 mana, 4 mana, 3/3. Deal 4 damage to something. Something gets flying. Yeah, I mean this worked. This card's great. This card's amazing, actually, and it can. And if we already have Quana out, it'll make 2 things, which is really cool too. What does this do? Search a library for basic Leonard Town. See, but this is where we want to be. I think these will come back. I like the flyer. No, we're gonna ramp. We're gonna get to ramp. What do you actually do? Nothing, right? Draw 3 cards, then discard 2, so you're really not up any cards. At the beginning of your end step, no, it's not even good. It doesn't even turn into anything good. This card, immaculate. Immaculate card. I don't really like you. This is more lockdown, which I'm down for. Yeah, we'll grab more lockdown. At this point, I don't think we're playing white. Unless we get like something we can like splash a little bit out of. A colorless 7 mana 6/6. It seems fine actually here. Yeah, I actually don't hate this because of the ramp, but we're coming off of a slow set where I think I can play cards like this, but maybe I can't. We'll grab it. It could be bad. That could have been a terrible decision. Affinity for artifacts, flying, 5/4. It's not bad. Surveil 2, blow something up. We don't really have any other artifacts currently that we're doing, so maybe we don't want this affinity for artifact flyer because we don't really have any going. We'll just take more ramp here. Man, these are everywhere. Maybe that was a mistake. My bow is an artifact. If we see more of that kind of stuff, maybe we do because it actually works well. We'll take the syncopate here. It works well with job select. Like this job select makes a token when it comes in, which can trigger her, which is pretty okay. I think this is just bad here, no? I think we're going to take this, and then that also works towards artifacts. We're going to take this as well. And now we kind of have an artifact sub-theme kind of happening. When this creature dies, make a treasure. That's fine. I don't think we play it, though. Yes! How does the Drake come back? How does the Ice Flan come back? You know what? I'm happy with this. I'm really happy with this. Let me just take a gander here. Okay, what do you do? Whenever you cast a legendary spell, draw a card, exile target, okay. And then, okay, so it's strong, but it's double pipped white. We're nowhere near that now. Artifact creatures and heroes you control get +1/+1 for each artificer you control, and each artificer in your deck. No, I'm not a huge fan of him. I think this other Drake is fine. Like, I think we hover the Drake. Maybe we take a town, but we're not really doing the towns thing. Let me read you one more time. We get an instant or sorcery back from the graveyard, and mana spent this way. No, we take the Drake. The Drake's just strong. Fatal Push. Cool, I didn't know that was in the set. So this mills and gets back a card, so it's kind of like an Eternal Witness that mills us. And then if we do have the first part, we can transform it, but that part's black. So not sure about that. For each, gets +2/+2 for each artifact you control and is an artificer. That's pretty strong. Hey, that seems pretty strong. I know it's white. Maybe we just take her here? I don't know. This seems strong. Or maybe we just ramp. No. We're going to take this. Oh, a mythic? When he enters and attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. So loot. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 14 or more cards, he transforms into a 6/6 vigilance. During your turn, you may play cards from your graveyard. No. Okay. We're not doing anything like that. Affinity for towns, draw 4 cards. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. As long as this attacks, you may play the top card of your library. Crew 1. This is fine. This is fine. I like the affinity for towns. We're gonna take the whale ship. Whenever one or more birds you control attacks, look at that many cards on top of your library. You may put one in your hand. Put any number of land cards from them on the battlefield tapped. No, no, that's a stolen equipment card. Didn't really like that. I don't hate this card. It's a fight. We don't want anything that's double pipped. As long as you control 7 or more lands, this could be okay. I get this is a fight, but our fights, like, we don't have any sagas either. Yeah, I think it's just that 2 mana goober. Okay. Whenever he enters, for each opponent, so 1, tap up the guy, put stun counters, where stun is the number of non-basic lands. Okay. Yikes. What pack are we on? 3. Ooh, yikes. Okay, so this might stun a guy, but it's a 7 mana 8/8. Wow. Okay. We're gonna have to evaluate some stuff here and maybe just start picking up some more my center's tapped. Chooses any color. Yeah, choose a color. Yeah. We're gonna take this land here. Maybe whoa. Whoa. What? 5 black? That's crazy. More lockdown. We can take an in here. We're only going 2 colors, so this is fine. Yeah, maybe we take the town. Whenever she attacks, surveil 1. Ice Magic strong. Make it 3/3, and you can flash it back. How many creatures do we have? 15. Think we take Ice Magic here. Yeah. I was tempted to take the blue-white land just because, um, and then we probably could have picked him up, but we're not really playing that. I'll take this blue-black land, even though we might not play it. I really think this combat tutorial is strong, but it's not instant speed, which is a bit of a problem. We'll take another one, though. It could be really, really, really strong. We It just sucks because we didn't really know about the we'll take this town's card, even though I don't think it matters. And we'll take this just because I don't think we play it. Like, I don't think it makes the cut. 4 combat tutorials? I think that's too many. All right, we're going to have to make some cuts for sure. We don't need the black. Target creature an opponent controls gets -X until the end of turn, or X is the number of permanents in my graveyard. That could be strong, though. Okay, what are we looking at? 18, 14. So we got to trim quite a bit of spells. I think we can get rid of maybe 1 Syncopate, maybe. The problem is these are also creatures. They're going to come up as non-creature, but they're creatures. And they have artifact synergies. And we don't have a whole lot of humans. I don't think we play this guy. Yeah, I don't think we have enough non-basic lands. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it will play this if we are going to run this. I don't know if we are or not, though. I don't think we need 3 flans. Maybe we only need 1 flan, actually. But if we're ramping, maybe it's nice to have 2. Our 3 spot is very congested. So I think we don't need 2 of those ramp spells. She is not going to be sticking around, unfortunately. We're going to keep her. We're going to keep this. I think it's just strong. We can look at the top card no matter what, which will help us loot. And we have a decent amount of artifact synergies. We don't need 4 of those, that's for sure. We can definitely make that down to 2, maybe even just 1. What are we at now? I want to keep this 7 mana, 6/6 Vigilance, Reach, Trample, because I just think it's strong, but maybe it's not, because maybe just an Ice Flan's better. Because the Ice Flan stuns a dude, and it can be mana early. I don't know. Iron Giant seems strong, though. Is this whale ship strong? Is this whale ship strong? I'm really thinking about it, and I don't think it's that good. Like, we do get to look at the top card whenever, but we can only ever play the top card if this is swinging. But it is only a crew 1, and we are making the things from this, so maybe it is worth playing. What removal do we have? We have 2 Syncopates, which isn't really removal, an Ice Magic, which is 2 of these. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can cut a Syncopate. I do want to keep these. I think they're very strong. Our 3 spot's still rather congested, but I think we like all of those 3 drops. And I know that it sucks to be ramping and then going into here with nothing, and because we do have this, I do think we keep the 1 swamp. Or maybe we don't even have to keep the swamp because this can search up a town, and we can use that to search up this, which is fine. Maybe we don't need this black mana here. This black mana can actually be cut for another blue mana. Is that correct? Maybe not. Maybe it gets cut for a green mana because we have 7 here, 7 here, and then this town might be a hindrance. We might actually not play this and instead probably play another island. But these stay because these are any color we want them to be. I know they're tapped, which is a little slow, and this is untapped, which is pretty good. Man, I don't think we play the inn. I don't think we play the inn, though. It being non-colored sucks. And the life doesn't matter for me. Like, I have no life synergies, and we're technically 3-color because of the wedge. I would have loved to get that other piece. Maybe I should have grabbed it just to speculate, because this friggin' card's strong, and it's actually quite doable. Um, because they're both, one's a common and one's an uncommon, I think, or maybe they're both uncommon, but I think they're both uncommon. Fang is an uncommon, and I saw it pack one. Yeah, I think we cut the adventure and do that. So it's like 7/7, double pipped green here, but that's okay because technically we're 9 and 9 if you count this, and this is 10. Yeah, okay, I don't hate that, but we're still 2 cards over. So we've got the mana figured out. Do we need 4 6+ drops? Because technically this looks like this. Like, do we need this many 6+ drops? The deck is ramping. That's the whole point of the deck. We have 15 creatures, but we really have 16, 17 creatures. 18 if you count the whale, but he doesn't really. He doesn't really count. So this is actually 7. So we can't really cut anything but dudes. Is this going to be good? Are we going to have enough things in the bin to have this come down and kill a thing? Maybe not. Because realistically, what do we have that... What do we have that surveils? I don't think we have a single thing that surveils. So we have nothing that actually puts things into the bin aside from our stuff just dying. And this only cares about permanent cards. So if I cast things like sorceries or instants and shit, this actually doesn't care. So maybe we just cut that. Yeah, I think maybe we just cut it, and then we can cut. I think maybe we still keep this for this Omega Heart guy, because it means like at max this will be 3 for us, and stunning 3 things and gaining 3 life seems okay, and cutting another one doesn't seem super great. We don't need the black, so this is essentially a blue, right? I think that was for sure the cut. And we have one more cut to do. And I know that was a dude, and I said I wasn't going to cut any more dudes, but the only other thing I can think of to take out is the ship. But the ship's good with this, which is good with all of the equipment we have. It's good with this guy. It's good with, it's good. I think we have enough things that this is actually going to make us frogs. We don't really care about the second part where we're going to sack the frogs to make the counter. We don't care about that really. We just care about the fact that this is going to make an extra guy every time we play one of these, every time we play an equipment, right? Every single time. And I think that's strong. How many humans do we have? Not very many. I think we still play this though because we do have like one human. I think we have like one human. So this guy's really just a ramp guy, but he's technically better than this guy because you're going to get an extra counter at least once, and he taps for any color, but that doesn't matter because we're not playing multiple colors. Hmm. Do we cut the ramp guy? Not really. Maybe we cut a flan? 14, 15, 16. We gotta find an opening here. Something can go. I don't know what it's gonna be, but one thing has to go. And I think it has to be one of these, but I don't really want it to be one of these. Job select's good. 7 or more lands is fine because we're gonna get to 7 or more. This reoccurs, which is good. This is great. This is exactly what we wanted, even though we're not going towns. Maybe it's the 7 mana 6/6, but he's a 7 mana 6/6 vigilance, trample, reach, vigilance. Like, he's so good. He gets better with combat tutorials. He gets better with a bunch of stuff. Like, don't want to cut another Ice Flawn. Maybe I can cut one of these, but that seems bad. I need those. That triggers. That's everything. Like, aside from this whale ship, makes sense. But the whale ship's good because we're gonna have the 1/1s, multiple 1/1s to get this 3/5 in the air. Draw a card, discard a card. Maybe we cut this this 4 mana flying 3/3. Yeah, we're gonna cut that 4 drop and we're gonna see how that works. All right, so before we get into it, I guess we'll take one last look at the deck. This is the deck. The curve is a kind of a little wonky, but that should be fine. Normally, I like a more perfect V than that. This is kind of like a starts good and then ends very weird. But I also haven't played Ramp in a while, so we're gonna give this a shot and we're gonna jump right on into it. All right, let's get ready for game one. All right, here we go. We're gonna get on right on into it here. I don't feel I don't feel bad about the deck that we made. I think our deck is fine. To have a first stab at the set, I didn't think I was gonna initially go for ramp. Like, that seems bizarre for me to go like that, to be where we're going first. Perfect opener. Turn 1. Not really doing anything turn 2, but turn 1 we at least get a 1/1 Death Toucher, and then we can kind of branch from there. So I'm kind of into it for sure. Not a bad start. Keep in mind, I don't know anything about the rares. Ooh, that's actually so good. Okay, we'll play a 1/1 Death Toucher pass. Turn 2, we have nothing going on, which is crazy because we have a lot of 2-drops in the deck, but that's okay. I don't know what R&D. I don't think this guy's actually from R&D. So we're going to keep this up. Luckily, we did draw a Syncopate, so we do have a turn 2 play here, which is pretty good. Standard bear. Yeah, we're going to Syncopate that. X1. Because that seems strong. And then now we can follow up with this. Oh my god, yeah. We really want to get this guy out and going because I think he's super strong. Once again, keeping the Death Toucher back because we don't really want to mess around with this guy. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, make a wizard. Seems good. Seems really strong. Alright, so now we shuffle. Do we ramp? Ramping will put us to 5. No, I think we make the flyer, which will make 2 guys, which I think is just really strong. And then I pass and we can start attacking with the flyer next turn. And with the flyer, we can start ramping with this, which has instant speed, which is crazy. I didn't even realize that that was instant speed. So we can actually use this as a bit of a combat trick, which is pretty cool. We're in a good spot, actually. When this guy attacks, attach up to 1 equipment you control to target attacking creatures. Pretty strong. Search a library for a mountain card. Make a chocobo, okay. So he gets a mountain, grabs a chocobo, okay. Oh, that's not a bad card. Okay. I don't think that's what we want to do, though. I think what we want to do is we're going to go to combat, just attack with the flyer, get in for 2, and then I honestly think we just play another flyer here, or we hold up for this. No, I think we play the flyer again. Because it makes 2 more guys. Now we're going like super wide in Simic. And then if he tries burning this, we don't have the mana. I was going to say if he tries burning it, we can just pop Buddy, right? But now we throw 1/1s under the bus. Flyer adds mana only for equipment. That's fine. This has flashback. He can make another 2/2. When this attacks, okay, we don't really care much about that actually. Alright, well, all this stuff's kind of small. So maybe we move to attacks. He has all of his mana up though, which is pretty crazy. We do this, this, and we attack. And we see what he does. This is 6 damage. It's quite a lot. He can just take it for sure, but he might not. Then in response, we're going to play this. We're going to go find a town. And we're going to name it Blue. And we're going to put the counter on this guy. If he kills my guy, that's fine. But right now I'm proposing a trade with one of his better dudes. And I think that's completely okay. That's fine. That's totally fine. We don't win the combat, but we definitely get to trade. That's super fine. That guy's already done a lot of work, right? He's made 4 tokens. Two tokens. He's allowed us to have 4 tokens. So I think that's completely okay. Yeah, flash it back, deal a damage to me. All that's pretty fine with me. I think this Torgo guy could be a little bit better, but all these equipment would have gotten better with Buddy, but that's completely fine. Alright, so what I think we're going to do is we're just going to attack for 4 in the air. There's no reason to really overextend past that, really. He has no reach, so he's going to have to take the 4. Unless he burns, like burns one, which I think it would be wild. He did choose Thundaga. Okay, sure. So he's gonna burn one. Wild, okay. And then take the 2? That's fine with me. And then we'll play this, which is a 3/3 reach. And then we will play the mana. And then we will pass. We've had pretty, like, not aggressive starts, but we've been looking pretty good. And I think on the next turn, we move the bow over. Like, we trade here, our 3/3 with one of the chocobos, and we trade our frogs. So we trade 2 frogs and the bow for both chocobos here. I think that's completely fine. The frogs were essentially free, and they're trading with another token that's become a bit of a nuisance. And because we get to keep the bow, I wanted to attach the bow to the wyvern anyway. So that's completely fine. I was completely okay with losing that 3/3 to the 2/2 because I really wanted to pay the 6 and just swing for 4 in the air. Seems strong, right? Yeah. I'm gonna do this and see what happens. Yeah, I put him on a 2-turn clock. He really hasn't shown any aggression since. No, gives up. Nice. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. We could put more things on the board, but I think we just start smacking there. So round 1 went okay. a little clunky. There's some things about the deck I haven't enjoyed yet. Like, I wish I could have got another one of those girls that make the tokens. I actually think that card's really good. Um, like I said, I don't think we ever really care about sacking the tokens unless we're in a defensive stance where we block with the token before damage, sack it to make our guy bigger. That would be the only time I think we really care about that. Okay, we got another good start. A little awkward because on turn 2 we're going to play Torgal and not have the mana up for Syncopate, but that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Because he's just he's really good. And this Bard, I think, is a human, right? No, it's not a human, sadly. It's a hero. But that's okay. 2/2 Death Touch. He's probably going to swing. Do we care about going to 4? Trading off a Death Toucher here seems strong. We lose our mana dork, but do we care about going to 4? We have our mana anyway to get to 3. No. Yeah, I think we're good actually. I know that might seem fucking crazy to some people, but I think we're fine. Because we're just going to run it up with the 3/3. And I really didn't want that Death Toucher sticking around to deal with some of our later game stuff. And we're definitely trading that, for sure. There's no universe where we let that thing stay. Now we're in a bit of a conundrum. Because I want to draw 2 cards, but I don't have anything to put the counter on. So instinctively I want to play this. But that's not great either. But it's all we have. So. And then obviously we're going to block with the 1/1. This puts a counter on something? Yeah. We're going to block with the 1/1. It doesn't have trample. It's a saga, so it's going to go away in a million turns. Holy shit. I didn't know it was going to go away in a million turns. That's fine. I'm not super worried about it. I'm really happy we drew our land. I think I really want to keep up mana for Syncopate here. Because I feel like there's going to be something kind of big happening. And a big part of me wants to keep up mana to stop whatever the fuck that is. But doing nothing feels bad, so I'm just going to pick my guy. Okay, that's not terrible. We're not blocking, so we're just going to attack. The reason why I'm going to choose to not block here, even though he's going to hit me for 5, he's going to hit me for 5. Maybe even 6. No, just 5. We're not super out of it yet. Do we lock the Chocobo down? Okay, we're going to play this, name blue. I know it comes into play tapped, which is a little unfortunate. A 1/4 is fine. It can block the Chocobo. Yeah, we can play 2 things, which give us blockers, but we don't really care about that. No, I think we just... this is going to make what? It's going to give things trample. I think we just have to play this here so he doesn't have responses. Right? I know this goes away in a couple of turns, but it's kind of a big deal. I do think... What do you do? Enters make a 1/1. I do think we have to trade with this Chocobo. Yeah. We have to trade with the Chocobo just to get things off his field, and we only take 1 instead. This could... What? What does this do? Returns the card they have. I think the problem we were facing before is we couldn't do multiple things. Return target creature to his owner's hand. Target creature to the bottom or top of their library. We're just a little slow. I wanted to be like ramping a little harder than we were, and we just haven't been. Yeah, I think we have to play this 1-4, and then we just kind of have to pass. This isn't a great match for me, that's for sure. So he'll go away. This goes away next turn, so we definitely don't want to return that, because it literally dies next turn. He's going to put the counter on his 3-2. And then I want to pause before combat to return this girl. Target creature you control deals damage if it was kicked. And he kicked it. Okay. So, we're in a bit of a conundrum. I think we just have to return that to his hand. And then that at least keeps my guy. We're going to have to block and take 1 here, 6 here. We're going to have to take 6, 7. It's unfortunate. That goes away at least next turn, but it brings us to 1, which is not good. We don't really need to worry about anything besides... So we're going to play this. Job select. We get a 2-1 and this. He's going to lose his fat chocobo, which is fine. The problem is if he plays any land, which he did, he'll be able to trample over for lethal. We can counter that unless he pays 1, which he has. So this doesn't really do it for us either. Yeah, this really doesn't do it. We lose this match. He won anyway, just off the trample alone. We're at 1. He didn't even have to cast the Cloud bot. Cloud, whatever it's called. Unfortunate. Not the greatest there, but that's okay. We're going to run it back. Did I mess up any time there? Probably. Trying to think if it was worth trading off my early Mana Dork for the 1-1 Death Toucher. I did it so that he wouldn't have it in play to deal with my 3-3, but I ended up trading the 3-3 off anyway. What does this do? This really doesn't do much. And it's missing green. But it allows me to play cards. His hand doesn't do anything. Yikes. Alright, we're going to put one of those down on the bottom. We're going to play this naming blue. Blue. And then next turn we can play this Gardener. Yep. He plays a Chocobo. Cool, cool. We play Gardener. We have combat tutorials, so we can, like, draw some cards out of this. We can't block. We cannot block this Chocobo, sadly. No. Chocobo gets in unblocked. Now, I think we actually just wait and play this when they attack. I literally think that's the play. I know that seems crazy, but I really think that has to be the play. Yeah. Chocobo gets bigger. Chocobo happens. We block the Chocobo. Block. We play this. Wow, that kind of sucks. We're going to grab this. We're going to name blue. We're going to put it on it. So at least they trade, I guess. That really wasn't the best for him, actually. But now we don't really have a creature. That's okay. We're just going to have to not put things on stuff here so that we can keep our cards coming. And that's going to happen sometimes, I think, with Combat Tutorial, is you're just going to have to play it as a divination sometimes. But I think that's okay. That Chocobo. I'm going to play one of those too. Yeah, I'm going to end up playing one of those as well, I think. Or, no, I think it is just play a fat chocobo as well. Yeah, it's definitely play a fat chocobo. And if I trade my chocobo for his chocobo, I think that's fine. I can lock his chocobo down though, so maybe that's not the play. What does that do? Reveal the top card of your library until you reveal a land. Put that card in the battlefield tapped. The rest of them in any order. He can crew it with a frog. So he has a 4/4 vehicle. Maybe I actually trade... So listen. I think the play is this here. Big chocobo here. Yeah. I think that's the play. We get hit for a lot. We get hit for a lot. But I'm not super worried because we can just lock the chocobo down or maybe even just sack our guy to it. Yeah. I'm just gonna quadruple up on dudes. I'm just gonna make a bunch of dudes and I'm not gonna attack. Our sentinel is gonna fucking block the fat chocobo and then we still have our sleep, which is pretty big. We're gonna take some damage here, but I think that that's fine. Yeah, I think this is all fine. Okay, so the chocobo is gonna hit us for 3. That's okay. This dies on his turn, so we don't really care about that. And we have sleep now. So this cost how much? 3? That leaves us not enough, so we just have to keep things back for now. This is gonna die, so that's completely okay. He dies here. So that's fine. He's gonna play another chocobo, which doesn't have haste. We're gonna tap this guy down so he just never attacks again. I think that's fine. We hit a land drop. And now I think is where we start making the change. We lock this guy down. And we hit submit. And then we attack. Pass. And now we swing for like 10. And, you know, and it's pretty good. And we can give our guy vigilance. That leaves us... I think we just have to give him vigilance. I think that's what we got to do. No. I think we attack with both for a crap ton. And then play a big 6/6. And this is where we're kind of swinging the momentum back. Nice. It got a little dicey. And we had to eat a couple hits. But Magic, your life is a resource. And we didn't go to 0. We went to 9. So, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. We did a good job there. I think the deck ran a little bit better. I think the mulligan was worth it. The hand at the beginning didn't do anything. I drew into a hand that did stuff. This is fine. This is turn 1 blue mana, turn 2 hold up syncopate. We still want to do this because we have no turn 1 play. Yeah, turn 2 play a forest, hold up syncopate. He's probably going to play... What is that? Farseek. Okay, cool. That's actually neat. That's a really good looking Farseek. Now we hold up Syncopate. He plays a 4th land. We can counter a 4-drop, which is pretty huge. Legendary Indestructible. No. We're going to... This can't be countered? No, it can definitely be countered. Yeah. Pay. I didn't know Perforos was in here. Yeah, we can't be letting him have a Perforos, dude. That's insane. That's insanity. And then we play the Wyvern just so that we can get some dudes in play so we can play combat tutorial. What do you do? Vehicles, you control a +1/+1 and have reach and vigilance. Whenever they attack for the first combat each turn, pay 3, have an additional combat. It's pretty nuts, actually. Alright, we're gonna pay... We want to hold the blue up? No, because we have more... Yeah, we should have done that the other way around. But that's okay. We're gonna do this. And, yeah, we're just gonna swing. And if he wants to trade, I'm down. Perfect. I'm completely okay with that. Him having multiple attack steps, I'm not okay with. 6 mana, 6/6. Grab a land, landfall, get +2/+2 trample. So it becomes an 8/8. That's pretty nuts. This set seems really pushed. Holy shit, hey? Alright, well, we'll play a fat chocobo, which will make us a dude. And then we just gonna pass here, and we're gonna trade off with this guy if we can. Because he's obviously gonna play a land. It's gonna become an 8/8. Another creature. So he can't get it. Only other creatures. And this is a big ol' 8/8. Okay. Well, I think we play this, tap the 8/8 down with the stun counter. Doesn't really do anything, actually. Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does. Yeah, I think we just play this. Tap the 8/8 down with the stun counter. The problem is we can't really attack with both of these. I mean, I guess we can. He's going to block the fat chocobo. And we're going to hit him for 3. No, that doesn't do enough. That doesn't do enough. Next turn, we're going to have our 5/4 also get trample. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great for us. But that's okay. That's fine. We can stun the other guy and swing for 7, 8. Is that good? We'd only stun him for a turn because we only have the one. I think that's the play. Play him, stun him. Hit for 1 billion. Yeah, I think that's the play. We do this, stun this, swing for 1 million. And then this is immune. I'm not blocking you because I can stun you. So, I'm not... No, and he knew it too. Wow, that's pretty wild that he knew. So this goes away. My guy gets trample. I can make my guy a 9/9. He's going to get his guy back, but we're swinging for a lot. Or keep this guy back. We'll swing like this, and we'll see what happens. We'll play this here. We'll get the other town. We'll name it blue. We're going to put it on... We're going to put it on this guy. And then he's going to get hit for 6. Gets hit for 6. I think that's fine. We can play this, which is a 4/4. That's fine. I'm going to get it back with this. I'm completely okay with that. I actually think that seals the deal for him a little bit. He's going to hit me for a lot, but we have a lot of stuff. So he just hits me for 10. That's fine. We win. Wait, 1, 2, 6. No block? No blocks? Oh my god. Okay, we play this. Guy gets bigger. This costs 4. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 plus 6 is 10. Okay, so we don't have enough. But if we play this, do we have enough? Yeah, we do. Okay, so we're going to play this. And we're going to get back this guy. 7, 8. I think I just have to try. He didn't have anything. I was playing around him having a removal spell for my bird, and not that I had exactly, like, I knew I had lethal, but I was trying to play around ways that let me get there. You know what I'm saying? In case he had it. He had a card in hand. It could have been a land, but we can't just like swing for the fences without making sure that we have something, some sort of other way. My way there was making sure that if he did have something, you know, he untaps his 8/8. Hopefully it's not a land, so he doesn't give his guy reach, or sorry, trample. It could have been, but even if it is, he could have only done 6 because I had a blocker. Yeah, what does this do? This is fine. You know what? These crossroad lands for turn 1 are pretty fine. I have no quarrels with this land at all. Later, that's going to be an absolute menace. I thought about that card, but like, it's really just a 1-mana do nothing until late stages in the game. What are you? Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any color. Look at the top 7. That's pretty good. I think we just attack and see what he does. That's fine. I think... yeah, that's fine. I think if he does that, then we just have to do this. And we're going to grab this, and we're going to name blue. And we're going to put our counter on this guy, and we're just going to hit. We're just going to go like that. So, he's going to hit us for 2 here, but I think that's fine. The other play, too, is I could have not attacked, held it back, blocked, then did it. But because he's playing blue, I was just kind of worried that he was going to get me somewhere. But he didn't, which is pretty nice. I think we just draw 2 cards. He doesn't have the mana to activate this, does he? No, he doesn't. That's Kinnan. That's crazy. It's kind of cool art. I wonder if my buddy knows about that. That's kind of neat. We're going to draw 2. We're going to give our guy another thing. Perfect. Do we need the other mana? No. We can do this. Play this. That can block Kinnan just fine. What are you going to syncopate it? That's also fine. I'm kind of okay with that. Like him wasting a syncopate. I've casted this before I attacked, so instant ramen. Okay. We just attacked for 3 and pass. He has ways to gain life here. Like, this is a food that draws a card when it enters. I actually don't hate instant ramen, but it doesn't do anything in a non-artifact deck, right? I trade for Kinnan all day if he attacks. All day. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to. It doesn't really make sense. However, Do we bait out the bow? Alright, I think what we do is we swing and we see what happens. Oh, no. We swing. He was probably going to take the 3. Yep. We play the bow to bait out the counterspell. Doesn't. He doesn't. Does he have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. He has nowhere near enough for that. So maybe we just keep trying to bait out the shit. Alright, maybe he doesn't have anything. He could just not have anything. Another instant ramen. What's his strategy? What is with all these instant ramen? This guy's just having noodles over here. But he's just having noodles all day. And then surveilling. He wanted it though. What was it? He wanted it. He kept it on top. It was a land maybe? I don't know. What do you do? Whenever this attacks, put a blight counter on target land. Whenever it attacks, okay. I don't like that very much. In fact, I don't like it at all. So I think we try to bait out a counterspell one more time. Me, draw cards. Let's put it on this. I don't think he has anything, so I'm just gonna do this. And I'm just gonna fucking attack. GG. When you don't got it, you don't got it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got it, you don't got it. And he didn't have it. He was tapped out. He left himself pretty exposed. We're already back to essentially being profit for this. I had the pre-bought thing that gave me a sealed in a draft token. And this is my first draft. You watched me do the draft. It went interestingly. It was very first time drafting is set. So you can listen to as much LR as you want. Right? It's different when you finally get it in your hands, you know? So it is what it is. Do we like this hand? This hand doesn't really do much, but it can get us there, so we're going to try it. Turn 1, Trinzo. Oh, it got better. Still Trinzo. Did I pronounce that right? Treno Dark City. Treno Dark City. And I think we just play the equipment, which is a 2/1 vigilance. He kills the 2/1 vigilance. That's fine. That kind of makes sense, to be honest. He probably understands that that can be quite good. I'm going to start by playing this guy because I think he is incredible. Or girl, or it. It's a coup. I don't know if that's good, but we wanted it in play because it's literally just immaculate for us. Do we attack? Sure. What happens if we attack here? What happens? Nothing. Okay, we got in for 2. Play the bow. Does he counter the bow? Syncopate for 3. Wow. I mean, good on him, I guess. And then deal 6 to my guy. Impressive. Okay, so that leaves me with a lot less stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't really have a thing we can do. Like, we can guarantee a land, but that really doesn't do anything. I think we just divination X on nothing. I mean, yeah, we just gotta have to wait, and then whenever you cast a non-creature spell. Yeah, the bomb, yeah, that's fine. The bomb has no haste, so I'm not super concerned about that. Sure, we'll just return the bomb to his hand. Just so it doesn't get a +1/+1 counter. He still draws his cards, right? But the bomb doesn't get bigger by like a billion, right? It would have got +2/+2, would have been a 3/3. Now it's still just a 1/1. Yeah, we're gonna take the extra one that we would have not had to take from Buddy, but that's fine, you know? And then I think we just play the 5/4 stun Buddy. We currently don't have a way to deal with the flyer yet. I know we have our own flyer on the way. But now we're getting to the part where we have big things, right? And Red's going to have a problem dealing with those big things. Blue's not, right? Obviously. Blue never seems to have a problem with it. But, oh, that's not bad. We can lock this down. Lock the flyer down again. He's tapped out, so we kind of have to. Yeah, we kind of have to. And I guess we lock down the flyer again. Yeah, we lock the flyer down. We can block the 5/4. I'm not super worried about the 5/4 right now. We have an 8/8. That's huge. Where does it go? Shuffles into my library. That's strong. So now we take a billion. That's not good. Because the bomb can go any target, right? Yeah, we're in a bad spot out of nowhere. That's not good. Yeah, we're in a really bad spot. We can equip this. To what? It gives what? +1? We're in such a bad spot. Yeah, that's so shitty. Yeah, we're just gonna have to bake it this guy. Like, I guess we could have done it onto him, attacked, untapped him, but that doesn't do enough. Interesting. Hits me for 2, forces me to have an answer for the Drake. Interesting. Well played, buddy. I think that was probably the right play, blowing up my Drake. Him syncopating my bow was wild. That was an absolutely amazing syncopate. Not a whole lot I could do there, you know? He blows up the syncopate, what am I supposed to do about it? There really isn't anything I could really do about it. This is fine. I really like these crossroad lands. I don't really do anything till turn 3, which is a little rough. But I can't really complain with having the mana that I need when I need it, so... Yeah, more mana is not great. Would have loved to see like a 2-drop there, would have been awesome. 1/3. Syncopate ain't bad. That's a 2-drop. It gave me what I asked for. I can't really complain. Yeah, he's gonna hit me for 1. What does he do? Nothing? That sucks. That's rough. So, that's really rough. But what it does allow us to do is just pass the turn. Because we can either syncopate or play our land card, which is fine. This thing's only hitting us for 1. Oh, I'm fine with that. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if it costs 4 or greater, tap target creature. Whenever you cast a zone, there's at least 8, put 8 counters on them. That's pretty strong. But I can only syncopate for 2, so that's going to have to happen. But I think I'm going to play this here onto this. I think that's just going to be a problem. And we don't really need to ramp yet, so that's not a huge deal. Like, yeah, the ramp would have been nice here because I could have just played a Fat Chocobo. But I think that's fine. I think once again, we can't really divination here. Playing this is just bad. Yeah, I think we pass. And the reason why we're passing is because no matter what, we're either going to syncopate or play Wandering this turn. He's only going to hit us for 1, so we're not really being, like, threatened by anything. And if he syncopates this, which he didn't, which is good, that would have been fine. Do we think he plays a big fat Chocobo, or do we play this and then hold up I think we just play the big fat Chocobo and see if he has a counterspell. He might. He could definitely syncopate this for sure. He doesn't. That's huge, actually. That's huge. Because syncopate exiles the card, and we have our Eternal Witness, essentially. It mills us for 2, then E-Witnesses. So, like, that's pretty massive. Yep, that's fine. Counter target spell unless he pays 0. So, yeah, that happens. This octopus is pretty friggin' crazy. That octopus is wild. I actually think it's really good. And he makes a copy. That makes his guy bigger. We still can't counter it because our syncopate isn't live. This is where maybe we should have. Now we can't block that. Okay. Not looking great over here. So, I think what we do is we play Buddy. We just cast Buddy, lock down the Chocobo. There's really no other thing we can do. Yeah, we can't do we literally can't do anything else, I don't think. Wow! Blue White's strong, man. Okay, he's gonna hit us for 5. Wow, 6. Lock our guy down again. This octopus is absolutely filthy. Yeah, that octopus is wild. There's really nothing I can do. Like, I can't do anything about it. And Buddy's gonna get trample. We can play this. We can play this. We just gotta lock. He has nothing. We can attack with a 4/4. I think we just lose. I really don't see a way we can get out of here. This gives us a guy. This locks this down, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, we're just gonna play it to see if he sees the line, but he has it. He has enough. He has enough for sure. GG. And that's my first Final Fantasy draft. I got blown out at the end. That copying my fat Chocobo is crazy. Like, that's so good. We didn't do bad. 4 and 3 for our first draft isn't terrible. Once again, we'll have one more look at what we did. I didn't really like our curve. Could have this. We didn't see this once. If we did have it, I don't even think it would have been that good. Probably just playing another one of our Ice Flan would have been probably better. Maybe another Syncopate, but Syncopate didn't end up being that great either. But yeah, okay. Well, that was our first draft, and we still have one more token. We get 2 tokens. A sealed in 2 drafts. Wow. Okay, we got more than I thought. We'll open these. But yeah, thank you guys very much for sticking around and hanging out. It was really fun. I'm definitely going to be doing more of these drafts because the set's really strong and really fun. And I didn't even get the chance to even play this 10,007. I don't even know most of the rares actually. Like I've never even seen this guy. He's good. Artifacts, right? But anyway, thank you very much. I hope you guys had a great time. Um, just for record sake, I normally get up to like diamondish in draft. Right now I'm only gold, but I didn't play last month because I got really tired of the Dragon Storm. I played the absolute crap out of it, and I just got bored of it. So during the reset, it set me down, and now I'm gold. But all right, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming along for my first Magic draft. All right, talk to you later.